Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Here I have my old Volkswagen ID.3 First Edition Plus, and here we have the new ID.3 Facelift. This is a Pro S and it has the new form, the new features, and it also has ID software 3.5. And today I want to look at all the differences that have happened in the 3 years that this was built and this was built. So let's look at it. If you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below, and there's also channel membership here on YouTube. I also have merch. I don't have it on today, but you see it in many of my videos. And very important, if you order an ID.3, 4 or 5 within Germany, there's now a referral program with Volkswagen, and there's a referral link in the description box where if you order an ID.3, 4 or 5 and use this link, we both get 200 euros charging credit. Volkswagen told me that the delivery time for ID models is drastically faster now. You can have your car within 2 or 3 months, and some configurations even faster. The biggest thing that has changed of the exterior is the hood. In my old ID.3 we still have this black plastic thing that was a design choice. It's now gone. It looks more sporty. Also, in the old version we had this honeycomb pattern and no intakes to get air on the brakes and on the tires, which should decrease consumption a tiny bit. In my time there was no camera in the front or in the mirrors. It's now there, and we have 360-degree camera. That didn't exist in my time. My ID.3, I could see what version this is. So this is a first. It also says Pro or Pro S. In the new version there's no name anymore. And it's hard for me to see what version this car is, and Volkswagen has a problem with that too. So this is a press car that I got from Volkswagen, and they told me before that it will be a 58 kilowatt-hour battery, so a Pro. And when I received it and had to sign something, it also said 58 kilowatt-hour. But I noticed a lot of range, only 4 seats in the rear. So 2 seats in the rear, only 4 seats in the car. And I looked at the papers inside the car, and it's a Pro S. Something I noticed right away when I used the car is that the inside door handles are now different angles. So this is pointing up in the front, and in the new car it's pointing down. The middle here has changed. In here this is plastic and no name in the middle. Here it is now vegan leather, and in the middle it says ID.3. This also now has the 12-inch screen standard. In mine, it's still 10-inch screen. The door in my car is this plastic material. I have the white interior, but still. In the new car, it's more of a fabric. And this car has the new top sport seats that doesn't exist in my time. But I also don't find them too comfortable. They're very warm, but the side support is way better. The materials in the interior are now 70% recycled. The steering wheel is now vegan leather, not real leather anymore. And you have a bit more grip on it. It's not as slippery. But this could also be since I'm using this car for 3 years. In the rear you can barely see it. This here on my old ID.3 is just reflective. Now it has a light. But the main question is, what did change in the software, especially with 3.5? Well, let's go from the start. From 2.3 to 3.0, what has changed is the state of charge now in the instrument cluster, in the cockpit view. It hasn't been there before. From 3.0 to 3.1, we now have the trip data in the cockpit, and when charging, you now have the charging power in kilowatt in your charging window. Yeah, totally forgot, with 3.1 you also get plug-in charge. 3.2 only has bug fixes and little things under the hood. 3.5 has only one big major change, and also nothing that you can see. It's the bidirectional charging is now working. When you have the special DC charger at home from Volkswagen, you can now use the car to power your house. I have used 3.5 now for a week or 6 days. I haven't driven too much because the problem is it's a 4-seater and we have 3 dogs, and if we drive with all together, I drove alone a bit, but together I need 3 seat belts in the rear and I don't have that. So we didn't take a trip or something, I did it myself. Like I said, I used it for 6 days. I have noticed one error, and this is the background color. For whatever reason, it changes that to light blue, and I have it in dark blue. But it shows it in dark blue. I have to click on it and click again to the right thing, and then it does it. Other than that, Android Auto worked perfectly, which is a problem with 3.0. So far it just works. The boot up process is fast, so it's there very fast, but every time when you go into a new window, that takes some time. So right now assist, or when I go now into vehicle, this was fast. It already loaded that page, but usually it takes a bit of time, and it seems to be longer, so the hardware doesn't change at all. They just programmed the software that the main things are booted up fast, and then all the other stuff is booted way later. Maybe you don't need it right away. When it comes to driving, nothing obvious has changed. I mean, this is the Pro S, so a bigger battery than my car, so the regen and acceleration is less because it's just heavier because of a bigger battery. But when it comes to cornering, steering, the suspension noise level, I don't hear or feel any difference. It's still amazing. I always loved my Id.3 when it comes to driving comfortability. I like it a lot, and it's still now, so nothing has changed here. The brake feel is a bit different, and I noticed this very soon with a lot of other Id.3s. So I think, or maybe it's just my car or it was the first edition, but brake feel is better. The app also does not seem to have anything new. The facelift is so new that there's still no picture in here. We'll see. But the app doesn't show anything different than it did before. So since 3.0, vehicle health I think it was added with 3.1, but that's it, nothing new. What I want to try is to send a destination to the navigation system there, if this works any better. And even with route planning, so if I go in here and say Dresden and do a route, add stopover no, but calculate route, and even says one charging stop here, send route, send to vehicle. Then let's see if the car received it or not. Ow. And it's here. Worked fast. That's good. Let's see if it's the same route with the 45 minutes charging. 25 minutes of charging. Arrive with 38%, charge to 80%. In a different video I have tested the route planner in 3.5. I drove a 600 kilometer trip, had to charge twice, and I wanted to see what the Volkswagen route planner tells me where to charge and how much and everything. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.